Hello everyone, welcome back to Mentors Academy. I hope you are doing well with your preparation. So today is 16th of September 2025 and we have a very important set of current affairs topics lined up. So as always, we'll begin with yesterday's MCQs, then we'll take today's key headlines one by one. I'll explain why is it in news, background you must know about the article and the key points, and finally the UPSC relevance. So this way you'll not only remember facts but also build a deeper conceptual understanding. So remember, these current affairs are very important for your prelims and mains exams, also CAPF, EPF, and all other state PCS exams, right? So the sources include the Hindu, the Indian Express, PIB, and official government reports. Let's start with yesterday's MCQs first. First question was, with reference to Ayushman Bharat, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, consider the following statements. 1. It provides coverage up to 5 lakh per family per year for secondary and tertiary hospitalization. 2. It covers all citizens above 60 years without income restrictions. And 3. It is fully funded by the central government and does not involve states. Which of the following are correct? 1 only, 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer to this question is option A, 1 only. So the first statement said it provides coverage of 5 lakh rupee for family per year for hospitalization, right? So this is absolutely correct, and this is one of the biggest features of this scheme. So the second statement said it covers all citizens above 60 years without income restriction. This is incorrect, because Ayushman Bharat targets only those families identified in SECC, Social Economic Caste Census 2011, not every elderly citizen. Alright, so the third statement said it is fully funded by central government. Again, this is wrong, because funding is shared between center and states. So the correct answer is 1 only. Question 2 was, bamboo is used in India's ethanol blending program because 1. It is classified as a grass, grows rapidly and regenerates without replanting. 2. It has high cellulose content suitable for second generation biofuel production. And 3. It qualifies for MSP support under the National Policy on Biofuels. Which of the above statements are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3. So the correct answer to this question is option A, 1 and 2 only. Bamboo is a grass and it grows rapidly, regenerates without replanting. That is correct. And it has high cellulose content suitable for second generation ethanol. That is also correct. And statement 3 says it qualifies for MSP under. That is incorrect, because bamboo does not have MSP. Clear? So let's dive into today's key headlines. Let me read them out for you. 1. Delhi sex ratio drops for 4th consecutive year, government report says. Rising obesity, children's exposure to ultra-processed foods. PM to launch campaign for women and child health care. India gets license to scour Indian Ocean for precious metals. Nitin Gadkari says India targets #1 position in global automobile manufacturing. Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman and Ashwini Vaishnav launched Niti Aayog's AI for Viksit Bharat Roadmap and Frontier Tech Repository. H5N1 avian influenza virus. Right? So let's take them one by one. The first up, we have a sex ratio decline in Delhi, 4th year slide, consecutively 4th year. Right? So Delhi government report says that the sex ratio at birth, girls, that is girls born per 1000 boys. What is sex ratio at birth? Girls born per 1000 boys has fallen for the 4th consecutive year. So why does this happen exactly? So there are 3 major reasons. One is sex selective abortions, that is termination of pregnancy based on gender preference. It is despite being illegal, technology is misused to abort female fetuses. The second cause is patriarchal mindset, that is male preference. Families still prefer sons, especially in northern states. The third reason is neglect of the girl child. So unequal care leads to survival disadvantage. So the PCPNDT Act that is Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques Act 1994 bans sex determination tests, but weak enforcement remains an issue. According to NFHS 5 survey, National Family Health Survey 2019 to 21, India's sex ratio at birth is 929, well below the natural ratio of 952. Right? This means female feticide is still happening, and if this continues, our population will have more men and fewer women, leading to serious demographic challenges like imbalance in marriage patterns and crimes against women. Right? For prelims, it's important to connect to the Act, PCPNDT Act and NFHS indicators. For mains, gender inequality, demographic challenges, and women empowerment. Moving on to the next article, we have a serious concern about children. So, obesity and ultra processed foods in children. The second issue, it is rising childhood obesity in India linked to ultra processed foods, right? So, WHO says that India is among the top 5 countries with the fastest growing childhood obesity. India is among the top 5 countries with fastest growing childhood obesity. It's a serious concern. So remember, India faces a double burden here. Double burden of malnutrition, that is coexistence of undernutrition and obesity. Undernutrition in rural poor and obesity in urban rich. So government has Poshan Abhiyan, Prime Minister overarching scheme for holistic nourishment to address these nutritional gaps. So it causes so what are the causes of this obesity? Causes are the sedentary lifestyle, so lack of physical activity, excessive screen time, digital addiction, and also aggressive junk food marketing as well, right? So health risks include non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and these are appearing in children much earlier than before. So prelims link this to the Poshan Abhiyan scheme and non-communicable diseases. For main, food industry regulation, lifestyle diseases, and health policy, right? So moving on to the next article, it's an important women related article. Remember the name Swasth Nari Sasakt Parivar Abhiyan. The Prime Minister is launching this new healthcare campaign for women and children. So India's maternity mortal MMR, that is maternal mortality ratio, mothers dying per 1 lakh live births, right? So this maternal mortality ratio was 97 in 2020. IMR, infant mortality ratio, that is child deaths per 1,000 live births, was to 27 in 2021. So these are still high compared to global standards. So malnutrition is critical. NFHS 5 says that 35% of children are stunted, low height per age. What is stunting? Low height per age, right? So what are the existing schemes to address this concern? Poshan 2.0, that is a nutrition mission, and Janani Suraksha Yojana for safe motherhood intervention, and Lakshya labor room quality initiative, right? So what are the focus areas of this campaign? The focus areas include antenatal care, that is medical care before the childbirth, immunization, nutrition of the mother, that is maternal nutrition, anemia reduction, right? So it will use digital dashboards, that is online tracking systems to track progress, and health workers for community outreach, right? So the idea is, if women are healthy, the family and society automatically becomes healthier, right? So for prelims, it's important to connect to the Poshan 2.0 scheme, NFHS data, MMR and IMR. For mains, role of women's health and demographic dividend, SDGs 3, that is good health and well-being, center state coordination in the healthcare delivery, right? So moving on to the next article, Indian Ocean Metals Exploration License. So India has secured a license to explore seabed minerals in the Indian Ocean, right? So the focus is on the polymetallic nodules. Polymetallic nodules, those include, these are the rock clumps on the seabed containing multiple metals, contain, for example, like cobalt, nickel, copper, and manganese, etc. These are critical for the EV batteries, renewable energy, and also electronic sector. So the exploration is regulated by the International Seabed Authority, ISA, under UNCLOS, that is United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, 1982. So India has been a pioneer investor since 1987. So this strengthens our claim. But deep sea mining raises environmental concerns. It can disturb the marine biodiversity. Right. So for prelims, it's important to connect to the International Seabed Authority and UNCLOS and polymetallic nodules. For mains, blue economy, mineral security versus ecology, and global governance as well. Right. So moving on to the next article, we have India global automobile leader ambition. So Union Minister Nitin Gadkari announced that India's goal is to become number one automobile manufacturer by 2030. Right. So India is already the world's third largest auto market. India already has that. So key schemes include faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicles, hybrid and electric vehicles, and PLI production linked incentive for auto and EV sector. So strong presence. India's strength is in two-wheelers and small cars and electric vehicles, right? So the focus is generally on green mobility and EV adoption. Green mobility. What is green mobility? That is making eco-friendly vehicles. Also electric vehicle adoption. Right. So India wants to expand exports to Africa, South Asia, and also Latin America. For prelims, it's important to link this to the FAME scheme. Also, it has 2.0, FAME 2.0 as well, and PLI scheme. For mains, green transition, industry growth, and Atmanirbhar Bharat. Right. So let's move on to the next article, that is AI for Viksit Bharat roadmap. AI for Viksit Bharat roadmap. Right. So, Niti Aayog has launched the AI for Viksit Bharat roadmap along with a frontier tech repository. So, AI means machines simulating human intelligence. That is the basic definition of AI. Right. So, India AI mission, very important mission. India AI mission, it focuses on AI in health, agriculture, and also education. This frontier technology we mentioned, it includes cutting edge or emerging technologies like quantum robotics, blockchain, right, augmented reality and virtual reality, etc. So the roadmap will, this roadmap will it will integrate AI into public services, governance, and also healthcare. So the repository, it will track global innovation, technological innovations, keeping India updated. Right. For prelims, it's important to connect to India AI mission and Niti Aayog initiatives. For mains, digital inclusion, ethics in AI, and governance transformation. Right. So let's move on to the next article. So yeah, this is the last one for today's current affair. H5N1 avian influenza is in news. Fresh cases have been reported in Delhi. Like it's a zoonotic disease spreading from animals to humans, right? So symptoms include severe respiratory illness with a high 50% fatality rate. The fatality rate is 50%. That is, every 1 in 2 persons are killed. So India has a national avian influenza plan to deal with this. We have a national avian influenza plan. Earlier outbreaks led to mass culling of poultry as well. Right. So what are the key points? So it impacts trade as countries ban poultry imports. So this is the cycle, how it spreads from the animals to humans. Right. So because of this, trade is impacted because of the ban on poultry exports. Also, it strengthens call for One Health approach, that is integrated human animal environment health policy. For prelims, it's important to connect to zoonotic diseases, One Health concept. For mains, the pandemic preparedness, public health security, and also food safety. Right. So these are very important articles of today's current affairs. Let's test your knowledge with two prelims model MCQs. First question is, with reference to polymetallic nodules, consider the following. One, found in abyssal plains, deep ocean flat regions of oceans, is rich in cobalt, nickel, copper, manganese, regulated by International Seabed Authority under UNCLOS. Which of the following are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3, and 1 and 3 only. Right? So the second question is, consider the following. H5N1, Nipah virus, Ebola virus, Zika virus, which of the following are zoonotic diseases? Right? 1 and 2 only, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 2 and 4 only. So yeah, drop your answers in the comment section below. We'll see the answers of these questions in the tomorrow's session. So we have also like two main questions for you to practice answer writing. The first is, discuss the opportunities and challenges for India in deep sea mineral exploration, highlighting the environmental concerns. 10 marker, 150 words question. Question 2, India faces a double burden of malnutrition, undernutrition, and also obesity. Analyze causes and policy interventions required. 15 marker to 50 words question. So that's it for today's current affairs session from Mentors Academy. So if you found this today's lecture useful and valuable, make sure to like the video, share it with your fellow aspirants, and subscribe to the channel for more daily insights based on these important newspapers like The Hindu, Indian Express, PIB, and also other authentic sources. Thank you so much again for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow with more updates. Until then, keep learning, have consistency. Have a good day, everyone.